Hello, kindergartners, and welcome back to another episode of Math with Miss Dodd. So today we're going to start a new unit. We just had finished up doing subtraction. So now we're taking what we know about addition and subtraction and putting it together in our next unit. We've been kindergartners for 140 days, which is pretty amazing. We're going to get started with today's lesson. The first thing you're going to see are some slides to just look at the pictures and tell us how many. And then I may ask you, how do you see it? And we'll talk about how there can be two parts equaling a whole. I'll share my screen with you now. Alrighty. So this first picture, how many do you see? 5. So how do you see it? I see a group of 4 and 1. So the two parts in this one are 4 and 1, and the whole is 5. This one, what do you see? Well, I see 5, and one part is 3, the other part is 2. So 3 and 2 is 5. How many do you see? 4. I see a part, which is 3, and one more, which makes 4. The whole is 4. That's how many there are in total. I see two parts again. Here's a group of 5, and I can see this pretty quickly because this is what you see on a die. So this would be 5 and then 2 more. Watch me as I count on using this picture. So 5, 6, 7. Today we're going to start talking about looking at a whole and its two parts, and it's called actually decomposing numbers, which is a pretty big word. So look right up here. This is a picture of a part whole chart. Can you use this chart and the numbers in it to create an equation? So an equation, remember, has like an equal sign, and then you use either Gus the plus or Linus the minus to figure that out. So I want you to pause the video now and try. All right, so let me show you a little bit about how I might go about this. So I am going to do my part. I'm going to take these numbers for my part whole chart. So I know right away I see 2, and then I see 3. Those are the two parts, and then the whole is 5. So I could do 2 plus 3 is 5. There are a lot of other ways to look at this too. What if I start with my whole, so 5, and then I take away either 3 or 2? And so if I take away 3, how many are left? 2. There are many, many different answers. There's even a way to look at this where we take the whole and we just think about decomposing it or breaking it apart. That's what I like to say. So I take my whole and I break it apart. So when I break it apart, I might get something that looks like this. 5 equals 2 plus 3. All of these are correct answers. So there are even more. So I hope that you just found a way to work it out on your own. Alrighty. So here's our next one. This is where we're going to start talking about breaking apart a whole. Thinking about that part whole chart that we just saw. This one is 6, and that's the whole on top. This, you might see, are 6 hearts. So I am going to think of a way to break it up. Listen to my story. I got 6 hearts for Valentine's Day. I wanted to put them in 2 boxes. How many did I put in the one box and the other? So, or what are different ways you could split these up? There are a lot of correct answers. So I'm going to show you, I actually want you to pause the video and try it if you'd like now. If you want to just watch me first, you can. All right, so I am going to show you what I'm doing. So here we go. I think the first box, I'm going to put that 2 in, and then the second box, I'm going to come around here. And I think I have 4 hearts in there. So 6 is my whole, and then that equals 2 plus 4. All righty. Let's go to our next one. There are other ways you could have done this. You could have done 1 and 5. You could have done 0 and 6. All of those are correct. All right, so let's look at this one. Here's another one. The story is that there are 4 dogs. Some are going to one house, some are going to another house. Show the answer to this problem using the equation below. You can pause the video now and try to break 4 apart. I'm going to show you how I might do it. So I might do 2 and 2. So 2 are going to the one house, 2 are going to the other house. So 4 is 2 plus 2. See how I'm taking the whole and breaking it into 2 groups. Alrighty, friends. You may have gotten 1 and 3. You may have gotten 0 and 4. You may have gotten 3 and 1. All of those answers are correct. So when you're doing your work today, you're going to see a whole number, and then you're going to figure out different ways to break it into groups, into 2 groups, by drawing circles around it. I believe it may say something in the work today about using counters. You don't actually need counters. Counters are those little circles that are red and yellow. You can use anything at home. You can also just draw a picture. Those are all great math tools. All right, well, good luck today, and I'll see you tomorrow.